All right, guys. So a video just came to me. I have to check it out. Um, they say it's the new hit piece, so that's fine. I haven't seen it yet. I'm used to this. So what I love is that GameStop now has a partnership with Lego, or as in they have more Legos at their store. They posted that. I'm gonna get this out to the crowd. I want the crew to get here so they can watch this. Um, let's see. I haven't even checked the Discord. I didn't even check my messages, so this came right to me, so I have to see what it is. Some message I'm not going to go through right now. Hi, Marantz, just watch your stream for the night. I would say good luck going full time, but I know you don't need it. P.S. I got my beta invite 2 hours ago, and I'm in the UK. They know. The wife's going mad. Go Eagles. There we go. If you have a P.O. box, I have hundreds. Yeah. Boom. There you go. Okay. Yeah, that was awesome about the inflow and outflow of GameStop. It actually was big inflow on GameStop today, and the price barely moved. So that's pretty cool. Let me see if I can get everybody in here right now. Let's see what I got. All right, so right on cue. I remember this happening before earnings and after and all the other good stuff. Yeah, I don't even care about Ian Carroll. Don't post stuff like that to me. Let's see. Nice card. There we go. Cheers. Boom. Got it. All right. So are we here now? Let me make sure everyone's where they're supposed to be. Okay. So we are live, public. Cool. All right. So GameStop. So here's the hit piece, guys. It just came out. I don't know the kid that made this. His name's Crispy's Tavern. D&D Tales and Tea. Has 100,000 followers, which, I mean, that's weird. He has a sponsor here. It's called Flexi Spot. So Flexi Spot is sponsoring this episode, and he put it in their paid sponsor for this hit piece about GameStop investors. Flexi Spot, the company. About Flexi Spot. Cool. Just a little crappy ass desk company that we'll never shop from since they're supporting this propaganda. All right, so he's going to talk here. Got it. Okay. And so he says they lost everything, and it's a picture of me, Cosmic, and Kai's Maalej. Okay. Let's see what we got. And just so if you guys really want to know, it absolutely was sent to me. Let's see, right here on Twitter. So on Twitter, they went and posted underneath my page, and it says, "Here's somebody you can go after. The channel is not mine. I have Crispy in my name, but this dude is not me." Interesting thumbnail. So then that's where I saw myself crying on it, and I was trying to figure it out. Then I went and checked, and this video just was done 5 hours ago. So uploaded right on cue, right on time. Just this is what I remember Dan Olson's video doing. It was called "This is Financial Advice," and it came up, and it's just there to bash GameStop right before earnings. No difference here. So here was my notification. I don't know, but let's watch the video. And if you guys are here now, we're gonna watch this. Hit piece on GameStop investors.
Hey, we're going on a side quest. Whew. So, January of 2021, the price of GameStop skyrockets, and some early investors make a lot of money off it. This was due to a multitude of circumstances and coincidences, most notably the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as the stimulus checks that came with it. But
is right. I see your eyes, and I can see you're reading a script. So you're not speaking from experience, and you're not speaking from actually living this movement. Crispy, you have 700 videos. I'd like to know how many of these are investment videos. Because if you're making this many YouTube content videos, and I can see you month after month after month, and chances are they're pretty good edits because that's what I see. I'm guessing you don't have time to follow the saga yourself. So someone either gave you the info we're about to talk about, and that's what you're doing. But hey, your viewership's amazing. I mean, people are watching this shit. I'm looking, but I don't see anything about, not a single thing about investing. So why you're making this side quest video, I'll never know. Like, who paid you to do this? Crispy Tavern. Doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. But let's go.
Combine that with some Redditors noticing a truly irresponsible short position in video game retailer GameStop, and you have the recipe for a monumental short squeeze.
Why'd you say this is about to get really sad, Einstein? The stream is about to get really sad. I don't understand. Did I miss something? Oh, because the kid is sad. Sure. I want to look at something. My dad was telling, that's why participation mode is members only. My fault. And I don't know why I did that the last couple of days. Here we go. Members only mode is off. Apologize, guys. Not everyone can talk. My dad was telling me about that at the house when I was seeing him right now. He was like, hey, Bob. He was like, hey, I couldn't type. Now you can. Spadekin, now you're here, bro. Damn, I didn't understand it. Now I was trying to figure out, I was like, only members are talking? There we go. So now we're here. All right, so let's do it.
Biggest of at least my lifetime. Like I said, early investors got rich, but the many, many Redditors who were drafted in to push the stock to skyrocket highs, yeah, they weren't exactly making money themselves.
Once again, Roaring Kitty told Congress, we don't move markets. If you've been invested as long as we have, you realize Reddit investors don't move markets, no matter how much movement commotion you have. We're talking about market caps of like 10 to 20 billion at a time. That's nothing. Go look at every market that moves right now. It takes trillions, hundreds of billions. That's what moves markets. This is just bullshit. This is all nonsense right here. It's not moving markets.
A crap ton of people were left holding extremely expensive shares in GameStop that were only continuing to decline in value. TLDR, these people weren't making money. Now, the reasonable thing to do would be to sell your stock in GameStop, admit your loss, and move on, learning the lesson that you probably shouldn't take financial advice from Reddit.
So, should I do it right now? You just posted this today on a Friday right after the market closed 5 hours ago. So when should I sell? Monday morning? Damn, one day before earnings? Oh, you guys got me with this one. This is influential.
However, some people are really bad at admitting they're wrong, and so many Redditors sought to make another short squeeze happen. Thus began the meme stock movement. Tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands even, investing in some truly irresponsible companies, from GameStop to AMC Theaters to Bed Bath & Beyond, all hoping that one of these will be the catalyst for the mother of all short squeezes, MOAS.
100,000, if it goes to 250,000, if it goes to 1,000, if it goes to 500, that ain't the squeeze, baby. That ain't the squeeze. What's the squeeze is once it's past 10 million. Then we're squeezing.
These people think that one day a stock will skyrocket so much, collapse the entire economy due to the irresponsibility of Wall Street. And when that day comes, these Redditors will be the god kings of a new economy, shepherding all of us.
Do we even have like a Reddit account? Like, does this kid just talk to hear himself talk? What's up, irresponsible traders? I'm hearing you on this. This is the best they've got, guys? They think that some 20-year-old with a jean jacket and fingernail polish is going to get me to sell my stock? Holy shit.
Into the future. Yeah, the problem is somebody with a brain saw all of this conspiracy nonsense and decided to talk about it. Enter Dan Olson. He's not the only person who covered this. There are plenty of mainstream sources, but in my opinion...
Mainstream sources. There you are reading again, by the way. Mainstream sources. So this is a Dan Olson production. I mean, this is just like how his videos look. It's fine. You guys all do the same shit. So that's what we're doing. We got another guy on the tip. Hey, Crispy, you obviously don't know the saga. You don't know the GameStop. So there's just no way. You produce how many videos have you done? All these videos, there's no way that you know the saga of GameStop. Not when you're making all this right here. There's no way. And who knows, Dan Olson? Really? That was the guy? A smart guy made a documentary. Dan Olson. Have you seen Dan Olson's doc? Like, have you really seen it? So Dan Olson's documentary has been proven wrong. From that date till now, I mean, let's see. Roaring Kitty came out. GameStop went up from $900 million cash to $9 billion cash. GameStop's market cap went from $4 billion at the time to now $10 billion. They doubled in value, and they're still going. So what are you talking about?
Dan Olson put out the best documentary covering all of this nonsense with GameStop and the short squeeze. This is not financial advice. I recommend you watch that video.
I recommend you watch it. It's called This Is Financial Advice. How are you calling it the best documentary ever and you said the wrong name? It's not This Is Not Financial Advice. This is financial advice. Holy shit, people. Pay somebody. Do better. Edit your shit. I don't know what to tell you guys. Hey, no edits, no cuts, by the way. One take session right here. You guys could never. This is how you know you're fake. You could never do what I'm doing. Never. The word is never. And all of you guys could never do it. Dan Olson included.
Not mandatory viewing for this, but I totally recommend you see it, at least eventually. It is one of the best YouTube videos ever made. In that video...
Best YouTube videos ever made? What the fuck are we doing with our lives? Holy shit. There's gotta be an old one of like Britney dancing around, or I'm sorry, she's probably too old for you to remember, but there's gotta be something better. Miley Cyrus, who do you like? I don't know, Selena Gomez? I don't know who you watch. Oh, I'm so sorry. Might be like, I won't do it, guys. That's gonna be like, yeah, who do you like? The boys in One Direction. I don't know who you like, bro. I don't care who you like. I know who you don't like. Me, apparently. Dan Olson?
Dan exposed just how desperate and sad the GameStop movement was. Exposed how their MOAS is never going to happen. How these people have been drafted into a financial cult. But if this is a cult, who are the cult leaders? Who are the people at the top? Well, Dan showcased a fair number of GameStop GME influencers. Yeah, this group big enough, they had their own little neat subset of niche influencers. And I was really curious what happened to these guys. I mean, most GameStop investors have by this point divested their interest or are still holding their bags, desperate for something to happen. But for these guys, this is a job. Like, this is their full-time thing. They post video after video just talking about GameStop. And after talking about the desperation of Jeremy last episode, I figured I'd find some new obsessives to make fun of. So today, we're going to be talking about the aftermath of Dan Olson's video and the aftermath of the GME short squeeze. We're going to be looking at all these finance influencers because they have some very interesting stories in recent years. So, without further ado, y'all, what the hell happened?
Fake mainstream media, the puppets of hedge funds that they've been shorting. We know we own the flow, so if they have to cover, that means they have to pay the price that we set.
Okay, so Dan Olson, as well as James Janney, who also put out an incredible video covering this whole meme stock movement, they featured some little guys. These guys don't have the most intriguing stories, but they're worth bringing up nonetheless. Starting off with Tetron Invests. He appeared in Dan Olson's video very briefly, but even though his appearance was small, his response was big. He decided to make a musical response to Dan Olson's video, calling out how Dan Olson doesn't understand the core of this movement.
Here we go again.
Not a financial advisor. Not financial advice. Not financial advice. Not financial advice.
I am an individual investor sharing my own research through thoughts and opinions. Okay, great. Yeah, Tetron Invest. Started out with this channel, hung out with us, decided to start making a YouTube channel and start posting videos. That's the truth about Tetron. I don't fuck with Tetron, and why? Because he changed up his investment approach. He wants to be the next day trader, swing trader, momentum trader. He thinks he can read charts. He thinks he can do it, and he's losing money doing it. Know that. He's losing money. He's trying to be like the rest of them. No. Funny. You're making videos about Tetron, a guy with like 1,000 followers. You guys got to do better, man. Do better. Nobody even watches Tetron for GameStop info. This is ridiculous.
Cringe. Unbelievable cringe. After this...
Does this guy not own a mirror? I mean, talk about depth. Like you really don't see yourself, do you? You're on the you're like, if I'm going to compare you to somebody here, Crispy, it's going to be you and I guess that other guy, Noisy Corex. Same delivery, same offbeat, not very good at what you do. A lot of edits and clips, but there's no real substance to it. You guys don't really listen to what you're saying and or even know what you're saying. So
this video, Tetron Invests would not stop. I mean, he's holding his GME shares and not going away until he sells, and you know, he would never ever sell, so he's got to keep on making videos, and he did. Every once in a while, he nowadays covers new GameStop policy changes. He obsesses over whatever Ryan Cohen says next, and Ryan Cohen is going to matter for the story, so with Tetron's obsession with him, I might as well talk about him here. Ryan Cohen is a billionaire. Worse, he's a bored and stupid billionaire who got a little too much of daddy's money. He used to be the top of Chewy, you know, the dog food thing, but then he decided to invest in GameStop. He's now in a leadership position over there.
I mean, what is this? Daddy's money? He built Chewy from the ground up, sold it for billions of dollars, took that money, put it into Apple, parlayed that to put in another $1 billion into Alibaba with Jack Ma, and then additionally bought GameStop at $4 a share, split conversion price of like $2 right now. He's worth over billions and billions of dollars, but he's an idiot. He's the idiot. Yeah, well, God forbid. Absolutely ridiculous with your narratives here.
And GME investors are obsessed with this guy. They overanalyze like every tweet that he makes, everything that he says. They think it's all coded language. When, in truth, he's just a loser who happens to be rich and happens to like attention.
Are you still reading the script, bro? It's like you make a point and then you look off to the side to get the next point. It's terrible, man. Like you're scripted. But yeah, Ryan's a loser, yes. And we all care about the tweets he puts out. By the way, I don't even know what tweets he puts out. I don't care. I don't care to try to dissect because it has nothing to do with the bottom line of GameStop. You know, I pay attention to GameStop, right? Like, that's all I care about. Like, when I went to GameStop today and I went and got my PSA graded cards graded and they had upped the price on shipping. And I said, oh, $5 in shipping now? He's like, yeah, well, it's 10. If you're a pro member, it's 5. We take $5 off. And then I'm saying to myself, ooh, it used to be $20 to grade a card. Now it's $25. $5 increase. It's a 20% increase. So 25% increase. So the margin just went up on my side. That's how I see it. Because I remember when cards to get graded were 15 on Pokemon and now they're 25. That's $10. Essentially 80% increase, 70% increase on an annualized profit. This is how I operate when it comes to GameStop. I don't give a shit about tweets. I don't care about whatever the hell you're saying. But you were given a script. Clearly, and now an agenda, and now here's the execution. It's pretty lame, by the way. This is god awful, by the way.
So yeah, keep in mind that the obsession with this dude, it's not going anywhere good. Tetron Invests isn't the only one who would continue making his little videos on GameStop, though. Cosmic Lightning Warrior would also continue to make videos after Dan Olson put out his documentary. Cosmic Lightning Warrior was featured in Dan Olson's video. I mean, come on, how could he not? This makeup look is just too good not to show on camera. He's probably going to be the thumbnail. This is just too much. But he would actually disappear for a little bit after Dan Olsen's video. For a few months, actually, he would stop uploading, and GME Meltdown would celebrate his disappearance.
How do you know what the hell the meltdown is? You're not an investor. You don't talk stock. None of your videos. How do you know what the GME Meltdown is, and how would you know what we know what it is? Now you're talking about Cosmic, who had, what, a divorce? He's living life in front of you and making videos, very vulnerable. I got a better question, though. Like, I have a totally different question. All the clips you're showing of Cosmic right now, even in the beginning and even now, where are those videos? Because he doesn't have them up. How do you have them? Who clipped this for you? Who edited it for you? It wasn't you.
Only for him to return. He's still talking about
Still
GameStop, though he has varied it up a little bit, throwing in some low-effort conspiracy slop to go alongside his GME investing videos. Dan Olsen featured a clip of Cosmic Lightning Warrior complaining about his family giving him the side eye.
They had their chance, okay? They could have got in. They could have done their DD. They could have done their research. We tried to tell them over dinner. They didn't listen. Whatever! They had their chance! Okay.
He's not exactly proving them wrong. Okay, but Cosmic Lightning Warrior, his family drama is not at the forefront. Whereas Marantz Rantz, his is. Marantz was featured not just in Dan Olsen's video, but also in James Janney's video. And he actually had a very extensive response to both of them, especially Dan Olsen. He ranted about that guy a lot.
This is just a self-gloss moment for him. No interviews, just a whole bunch of clips he did himself. No one else, no debating words here. It's one side of the story, and it's actually wrong. Propaganda.
And it's no secret why. Dan Olsen wasn't kind. The facts of the matter were very unkind, so I don't see why he would be. Marantz is actually pretty prolific in the GameStop movement. Cosmic Lightning Warrior, and especially Tetron, they're smaller fish, but Marantz posts a lot of videos.
Why would you say smaller fish? Cosmic has like almost 10,000 more followers than me, if not double. Where's Richard Newton in the thumbnail? Why are we not attacking him? And why do you have that clip? How'd you find, I mean, I post more videos than anybody. How in the hell do you find clips of me about any of this? Somebody fed you these clips. Somebody fed you these opinions. There's no way you're doing this on your own, kid. No way, on God's green earth.
And he pushes people into investing in this company. He has a fanatical devotion to GameStop and GameStop alone. He thinks this is the catalyst for MOAS, and his loyalty, it hasn't yet been rewarded with money. It has been rewarded with family drama. You see, Marantz, apparently, has an identical twin brother who has a little following of his own on TikTok, and his brother, well, he decided to put out his own video about Marantz.
Just a couple of months ago, he was living at my father's house at 42 years old. He and his wife, that's not a good marriage. They're extremely toxic. They're cheaters. Never forget, from the age of 16, the very first time this guy hit my mother and was thrown out of the house and had to move in with his high school girlfriend, shout out to Misty, on 49th Ave, from that day forward, this guy's been dead to me. I won't be attending his funeral either.
Just want to make this very clear. That was a reaction video from my brother because I made a video. That's why he said I won't be attending his funeral either. That's what he said, right? But if you know my brother, he does things to sensationalize for clicks and views. He's really good at what he does. And that's fine. I already told you, I don't fault him for everything he says. He can say whatever he wants. That's his platform to make a mess. Let him make a mess of it. I don't play in the dirt. But apparently this is what you guys want to do. You guys want to ignore initially. Now you want to ridicule. All right? I get it. I do. But I don't have to defend myself to words that are lies in this case. But you guys are going to run with them. And then how'd you get these clips again? Nah, it's not even worth it. It's really not worth it to fight. I'm just going to tell you guys, do better. God's watching. Do better. It's just unfortunate. You're not going to trigger me. I know that's what you guys are trying to do, but I'm Zen. I own GameStop. None of this changes that.
Marantz got exposed by his own twin, which is hilarious considering his twin does almost exactly what Marantz does. His twin exploits gambling addicts too. It's just that this guy exploits sports betting addicts. He has a Patreon that has blown up in value, making money off people who really want to make sure their bets succeed. Now, does his advice actually work? Who knows? All that matters is he makes plenty of money off it. It's hilarious to see a GameStop grifter getting owned by a grifter who's just better at his job. Especially if it's his own family. Good lord.
I do want to say this. My wife is not a cheater. I'm not a cheater. I will say that out loud, just so that my wife knows how I feel about it. I don't have to defend everything. It's fine. I just want to defend her to say that. That guy doesn't know me, my brother, but for him to say he's dead to me ever since he was 16, I was Rico's best man at his wedding. Rico was at my house for Thanksgiving. Rico and I used to do podcasts together. There's a lot of stuff we've done for years and years and years. He's just a liar, and he always has been. But I leave it alone. I just wanted to make that very clear. I think people here in the channel have seen the episodes of us together. And it was not football season at the time, so he's gonna make a video to try to get clicks and views. That was it. And I choose not to sue, and I choose not to get down in the dirt with the rest of you guys. You meltdown, you guys sending this kid over to try to trigger me. I'm at a different time in my life. It's never gonna happen.
But look, if you think getting exposed by your identical twin brother who also happens to be a grifter, if you think that's bad, oh my god, you haven't seen anything yet. Don't worry, it gets worse. You know what's a hell of a lot more useful than the GameStop investor? Today's sponsor! Today's episode is sponsored by FlexiSpot, an incredible and affordable standing desk for all of your office needs. I have been using standing desks for a while, and I have to say, these things are incredible. And FlexiSpot, not only do they make them well, they make them affordably. These things are a few $100s cheaper than other alternatives that I've looked at. And comparing this desk to the other ones I've seen, I don't see any difference in terms of quality. But in terms of price, yeah. $100 off your FlexiSpot.
Very, very aware that you are not the best spokesman when it comes to a product, because there's no one that watches my show that'll ever buy this product. This what is this called? FlexiSpot desk. Nope, no one's gonna buy it, and I'll make sure of it. And I'll let to know, I'll go from there. And when I do make it in GameStop's world, and I do make it on YouTube, and I make it just enough, I'm gonna remember guys like you, guys like Hannah, and guys like everyone else out there. Dan Olson, all the above. And I'm being insensitive to Hannah's sexuality? No, I just said guys. Take it plural, however you want. I'm telling you right now, you guys are fucking with the wrong people. We are literally just owning GameStop and buying baseball cards and football cards and Pokemon cards, and then here you guys go with hit pieces and hate pieces, personal ones. You guys are perpetuating the wrong stance against people. I can't even imagine doing that. Man.
Spot desk. As always, supporting our sponsors does support us. Thank you so much to FlexiSpot for sponsoring today's episode. Without further ado, back to the tea. The PP Show. The PP Show was featured extensively in both Dan Olson's documentary and James Janney's documentary. This guy is not a GameStop influencer, he is a meme stock influencer in general, and primarily, he covers Bed Bath & Beyond. Bed Bath & Beyond is a company that people only care about because of Ryan Cohen, the bored billionaire from earlier. You see, after he got in on GameStop, he decided to move over to Bed Bath & Beyond. There's nothing really deep about why he did this. He just is a narcissist who thought he could save this company. Given that Bed Bath & Beyond is currently liquidated, he clearly couldn't, but he thought he could. The GME investors who are obsessed with Ryan Cohen, they decided to follow him to his latest pet project and invest in Bed Bath. Ryan Cohen, well, he did something that I would describe as a little bit suspicious. He divested his shares in GameStop without issuing the proper disclosures, which...
Yeah, you didn't read the script good enough. He divested what shares in what company? It wasn't GameStop. It was Bed Bath & Beyond. You've got to be kidding me, bro. This is the best you guys got? Some script reader? And then, yeah, I know. He's a weak, meek-looking dude. Like, of course, he would never say this to your face type style. You're a bully. Oh, you're just picking on him because of his I guess, the way he looks, where he's from, the way he talks, what he stands for.
led to him making a very tidy profit and led to those GameStop investors, now BBBY investors, losing a crap ton of their money. A wrong was committed against them, but a lot of these people still have a fanatical devotion to Ryan Cohen, of all frickin' people. PP from the PP Show, or PP Seeds, is one of these investors. He would open up his YouTube channel with the goal of giving people advice on Bed Bath & Beyond and GameStop meme stocks. He would issue his financial advice to the masses, despite the fact that he doesn't call it financial advice for, legal reasons. The other thing he would promote to the masses is alcoholism. He drinks a lot on his show, much to the chagrin of his wife.
Where's Tony De Niro? This guy drinks all over the shows. What are you guys mad about? You got a bottle on your table with glasses. You're called the Tavern. What the hell are we talking about?
Pete's birthday. All right. Cheers, Petey boy.
Yeah, his wife gives him hell. Why not? That's what wives are supposed to do. Hey, you're live on stream and you're just getting drunk, you're drinking. That's life, dude. We're living life in front of you. I don't blame PP. Listen, I'm not a PP fan. You guys know this. PP Seeds lies to everybody about Bed Bath & Beyond. He doesn't talk GameStop like you think he does. But that was a whole different world. This guy pumped out every meme stock and every meme coin in the world until he got traction. There's a whole different animal here. To put us in the same categories, this is gross.
It's literally Monday.
Ooh. More the reason to drink.
Good lord. PP was featured as an antagonistic figure on the documentary made by James Janney. Janney would feature PP as a weirdo and possibly even a scammer who worked alongside Bill Pulte. Who's Bill Pulte? Well, he's like the beta version of Ryan Cohen. Yeah, the loser version of a billionaire loser. Great.
You're calling somebody beta? Wow.
LDR, Pulte's grandfather has a company, Pulte wanted to be a part of that company, but the board told him to screw off, and he's been bitter about it ever since. He amassed a couple million followers on Twitter by buying them. How is he involved in GameStop? Well, he responded to some of Ryan Cohen's tweets, and one time, Ryan Cohen even responded back, which means that Pulte might as well be elevated to God status. He appeared on the PP Show in a very strange episode. They were down in Pulte's office and there was a dancing bear for some reason. Pulte seemed very annoyed because PP is kind of an idiot who can't get his show to work properly.
Thank you for showing us your support.
Of course.
And helping us kind of,
I didn't do anything. I just showed up here at my office. You guys did the work. Except fucking PP can't get the fucking video and audio to work.
That's it.
Like the weather. It looks like dog shit.
And so the whole stream was a mess. But despite that, Pulte kept on telling people to donate to the PP Show. Overall, he made like over 20 grand from that live stream. It was a good payday for the PP Show. But the grift was not quite over. You see, these guys were going to do a live episode together. Pulte and PP together once again. The squad out in front of a helicopter promoting not GameStop stocks, not Bed Bath & Beyond stocks, as by this point Bed Bath & Beyond has long since gone bankrupt, but instead these guys were promoting Pulte stocks. They were telling everyone in this crowd to buy this stock and never, ever, ever sell it. I'm not saying any of this seems dodgy, but if you came to the conclusion on your own that this seems kind of dodgy, I would not blame you.
I don't understand the purpose of this video. Like, you're terrible at your delivery. It's so out of your realm. Like, you're not even talking about facts. You're just talking about people. And then you're trying to discredit people based off of, I don't know, you don't have facts. You're just talking about people. This is, damn, dudes. Yeah, you're really hurting people's feelings with this one.
After Janney's documentary, PP lost his mind. It did make him look pretty dang bad, and James just approached the line of calling him a straight-up criminal. He didn't quite cross it, but he got very close. And PP, he had some things to say about that. I am now being harassed because James Janney did not tell the truth of our community. He paid me as a criminal when all I've done is allow people to talk about their favorite stocks. He fails to give the real story. He fails to show this is a community of good people and highly intelligent individuals. All I've done is give a voice and platform, and this is how I'm treated. It only got worse for the PP show. He has a lot of enemies in the GME Meltdown subreddit. These are people who just spend their time mocking the investors of GameStop, Bed Bath & Beyond, and any meme stock. It's their whole thing. And, well, PP is a prime target for them. And in the aftermath of the James Janney documentary, they had plenty of ammunition. PP decided to, well, threaten legal action against a bunch of Redditors. First, I will be retaining a securities and criminal attorney that I will use to subpoena accounts across social media platforms such as X, Twitter, Reddit, etc. Once we have identities of these individuals, we will bring criminal charges against those involved. We will be looking for fraud, bot farms, harassment against shareholders of publicly traded companies, find out who pays them, and track their individuals backwards to the funds they work for. I guess PP has this fantasy that all the trolls on GME Meltdown are personally paid by big hedge funds to harass him and his few hundred fans. Yeah, it's not exactly going well for him, but, don't worry, it gets worse for him, because he and Pulte, they weren't the only big GME meme stock influencers on that cringy little live stream where they all pretend to matter to anyone.
They're not GME guys. This is so irritating, dude.
There was another big influencer there.
Yeah.
Kai's Maalej.
I thought you were going to say Houston Wade. He was sitting there on the stage. You notice the trend yet? Are you understanding?
If you remember Jeremy from the last episode, Kai's has a lot of similarities to Jeremy, though he has a much more fascinating story. He originates in Tunisia, and he was originally in the travel agency business. He is apparently a very highly educated man, and his business was doing very well, but that business also attracted some negative attention from local gangs. And once his family started getting death threats, he decided to seek asylum in the United States of America, starting a new life in New York. But when Tunisian politics started changing during the Arab Spring, Kais decided to get himself involved. He would enter politics and use his brand new YouTube channel to push some of his political views, many of which are fueled by conspiracy theories direct from Fox News and even Alex Jones. Yeah, his political career wasn't going anywhere, but his YouTube channel would not be dead forever. After a little hiatus, he jumped off to talking about meme stocks, specifically Bed Bath & Beyond. This guy is obsessed with Bed Bath, as well as obsessed with Ryan Cohen. Like, you thought the previous guys were bad? No, this dude takes it to a whole other level.
Jim Cramer is another piece of shit. You've been both played by the master and the planner, the big guy, the best planner, Ryan Cohen.
He practically worships at the feet of Ryan Cohen, tries to decrypt everything that he says, and publicly harasses any employee in any Bed Bath & Beyond or GameStop.
Yeah, I just want to stop. You're reading again, bro. Look at this. I love your eyes. I just wanted you to know that our channel here, just so that we're clear, guys, just so that everybody knows, we were the first ones to interview Bill Pulte. We were the first ones to get with PP Seats, and we were the first ones to do Kais Maalej. See, here's the thing. They always try to get here to this crew, and I'll protect you till the day I die, but they don't understand. We're going to win. This helps me so much tonight because, I mean, dude, you couldn't put a bigger loser in front of me, and it's not going to trigger. I don't know if they thought, oh, we're going to trigger him now. With what? A wet sock? What is this guy gonna do? Zero intellect. This is just drama. This is just Jerry Springer. That's what this is. This ain't court. This is not the dream team. I'm over here, Robert Shapiro, bro. I'm the real deal. The glove did not fit.
Or even hotel so that they know about the glory of Ryan Cohen.
It's Ryan Cohen strategy.
Oh yeah.
I like the guy. I don't know if you like him, but I like him so much.
Yeah, it's bad. Kai's became pretty infamous on Reddit for his weird theories surrounding Ryan Cohen's master plan. You see, everyone is trying to figure out how the MOAS is going to occur, how all these stocks are going to become super uber valuable. And he has a theory. He thinks that Ryan Cohen is going to merge Bed Bath & Beyond and GameStop into one company called Generic.
GameStop, Bed Bath & Beyond, G-America. The merger is coming. 20 Leo Lane, Pennsylvania.
What's his proof of this? Anyway, more importantly, Kai's became quite famous for harassing people. It got really bad after the CFO of Bed Bath & Beyond took his own life by jumping out of a hotel room. He would go to that hotel and start harassing the people there because he believes that CFO is actually alive. It was pretty rough. Now, Kai would not just be harassing people in public, in person. He also decided to do some little cheeky harassment online with the PP show. You see, with that whole live stream with him and PP and Pulte all together, you'd think that all these guys, they got along. Well, Kai somehow got his hands on the trademark to the PP show, and you bet your ass that he started exploiting that to hell and high water. He's weaponizing my trademark against me, trying to destroy 12 months of research. This is only my only source of income to continue doing the PP show 5 days a week. How sick can someone be is beyond me. Yeah, this fallout was going crazy. Kai's had a whole fight with the PP show, mostly on Twitter, with them negging each other over and over and over again. PP desperately trying to get his trademark back from Kai's. Don't ask me how Kai's got a hold of it. I don't know. It looks like PP surrendered it voluntarily, which, given how clearly sane this guy is, I can...
That means you don't know the story. The story is Kai's told PP, I'll file it for you, since Kai's owns a lot of businesses and he files a lot of trademarks. Says, I'll file it for you, don't worry, just go ahead and say, I'll even pay for it, don't worry, it's fine. Then he went ahead and held it hostage after he got it.
See why that would be a great idea. Guys, let me tell you something. When the entire community for months called you crazy and would not give you a platform to speak, who gave you one? I did. When people told me to kick you off the show for months, who kept you on? I did. Before Bill Pulte ever came into our community, I had your back before anyone did. Unfortunately, there's no going back on what you said to me. Your loyalty lies elsewhere now. You threatened me with holding my trademark hostage, which I paid you for, and you said you would transfer it to me. You said on your call that you would send a cease and desist and sue my own brand that I own. This isn't brothers fighting. That's manipulation and control. Yeah, that's a lot to take in. It's clear that all of these investors who are focused on getting rich in a zero-sum game, surprise, surprise, they don't really get along. Turns out apes together strong is not a principle they live by. But this is not Kai's Maalej's final crash out. That would come with Jim Cramer. He's really, really influential in all this stock finance stuff. He's a television host and he has a pretty big show. And look, that guy, he knows the truth about Bed Bath & Beyond and GameStop. That they're companies that aren't doing very well, obviously. Especially Bed Bath & Beyond, which has been non-existent by this point in the story for a very long time. Kai's Maalej is a little bit behind on that though. In fact, up until the final seconds when Bed Bath & Beyond stocks were going online, this man was allegedly still trying to buy them, even with crowd-funded money, which, okay man, you do you. But despite his terrible financial choices, he blamed Jim Cramer for a lot of it. Even early on in his YouTube career, he would constantly rant about Jim Cramer and the people who support him.
Brian, Susie, you are a piece of shit, and your ex-boss, Jim Cramer, is another piece of shit.
And so, in one of his last videos, Kai's Maalej would directly confront Cramer while he was trying to have a drink at a bar.
Do that. Those people will arrest me. Those people go after me.
Who?
Ryan Cohen will go after
Why
me.
Ryan Cohen would go after you?
You have to trust me on this.
I trust me. He won't.
You know I
I swear he won't. Let's do it.
I know better than that. I have been. I know that. That's a bad call.
But let me tell you something. Shops never close for Bed Bath
I
& Beyond and GameStop.
I know, but
So
you know.
why the media? Why the media? They say they close when they never close.
Excuse me, wait, it's not allowed to.
This whole video, it is madness. I mean, I can barely hear what's going on because for some reason Kais did not bring proper audio equipment for the stalking session. I mean, seriously, if you're gonna record someone without their consent, at least bring a good wire. What are you doing? This whole thing is also a mess because Cramer clearly has no idea what's going on. He was just out for a drink and suddenly this guy is coming out here harassing him over Bed Bath & Beyond, of all things. This would be the last time that Maalej appears on his channel in person. The rest of his videos would mostly be under the branding of his Reddit account, horribly edited slot pieces that brag about making money off meme stocks. It's a sad affair. So, yeah, that's almost all the influencers covered from both James Janney's and Dan Olsen's videos. The cult leaders behind the meme stock phenomenon. So, what's this all mean? Hey, we've reached the woke message. So...
Why do you keep looking down, looking around, like you don't know what you're about to say? And before we finish it off, I loved you in Rush Hour. I don't know about these guys. When you were sitting in the back seat before you got kidnapped, you were doing good in Rush Hour. But they say you're the guy from Goonies? Nah, I think you're the child from Rush Hour. That's just me, personally. Maybe I'm wrong.
What's crazy about this whole story is the grifters kind of won. Like, if you look at the world outside right now, more than ever, it feels like grifters run everything from politics to businesses. I mean, you'd think these guys would be celebrating. The people that they support, they're at the top. I mean, remember Bill Pulte? He is in the running to be a part of the Trump administration right now. I mean, he's ascended, so what happened to...
Wait a minute. So we already know he's in the cabinet, okay? And that was last year. You just showed a clip earlier when you're talking about Kais, and it said August 29th, 2025. So that was clipped in and edited just last week. What the hell are you doing? Who edited this? Who did this for you? They're terrible. This is terrible.
All of his supporters in the meme stock movement. These guys theoretically won. But in reality, did they actually win anything? When we talk about people who buy into these kind of grifts, whether they be political grifts or financial grifts like this whole meme stock movement, we often focus exclusively on the money, the power. These are the things these people say they want. And obviously, that is a huge part of it. The people who are behind the GME squeeze, they want destructive amounts of money. But that's not the only thing they want. If it was the only thing they wanted, then frankly, they probably would have given up by now. I mean, it's been years and these people are still holding on to the bag. Many of them invest their entire 401ks into GameStop. GME Meltdown is full of clips of people doing just that, and it is sad to see. So why are they doing this? Well, it's the same thing we talked about in the Jeremy episode. It all ties back to validation. These people who invested everything, who wanted desperately for all of this to work, they don't just want money, they don't just want power, they want to be validated. And unfortunately, you can't disprove validation. When you talk to people who fanatically support men like Bezos or Trump or Ryan Cohen, you try to use facts, right? Like, objectively speaking, tariffs have not been great for the economy. Objectively speaking, Ryan Cohen has divested all of his Bed Bath & Beyond stocks and made a lot of money off you guys. Why are you worshiping him? These are facts, but they do not matter because it's not what it's about. The money, the power, it's irrelevant. It's the validation. These people want proof that they were right. Because if they're not right, what was it all for? It's funny because there's actually a quote from Star Wars, from the bad guys, that sums this all up very neatly.
After all, who wants to die for lawless ineptitude?
Never thought I'd hear a fascist character make a good point, but yeah. Who wants to give it all up for ineptitude? Who wants to admit that it was for nothing? So that's why they hold the bag. That's why they keep on going. Yeah, the money, the power, the politics. That's great. But the reason why they are so devoted is for validation. It's the thing they've been lacking their whole life. The only thing they have. Because you bet your ass that the grifters they give everything for, they've long since left these people behind. But yeah, that's the story of the meme stock. I want to talk about this a while back when we were talking about like the crypto guys and we were talking about AI, but you know, with the Jeremy video, I figured it would be the perfect time to slot this in since it kind of got carried away in the slump of all of our other episodes. In any case, if you guys enjoyed and you watched the whole thing, you were loyal to the tavern, then please do leave the comment meltdown to let me know you made it to the end of the video. If you want to see more of our content, then you
So, yeah, and meltdown. That's who sent you. What a pathetic piece of shit that was. Yeah, that's why we're all invested, because Ryan was in Bed Bath & Beyond, and we lost all our money, and we're just so heartbroken. And why do you care? Why would you make this? So this is what Asian meltdowners look like in real life. It's embarrassing. This guy has fingernail polish on. I can't take him serious. Yeah, we know. Fruity little brother after Shang Tsung took his soul. Bro, Liu Kang's fruity little brother. Yo, you guys are too much, bro. Don't worry. Hey, don't worry. These live chats are burying this kids or fire. Yeah, no, I didn't even know that these guys exist, man. Shit. And my bad. I thought, I really did think it was the kid in the back of the car on Rush Hour. My bad, that's my fault. I like the Goonies one, though. That guy was right there with the slick shoes, with the oil coming out of his shoes while he's walking over the log and shit. Anyway. All right, guys, that's all I've got. I didn't even know what the video was. I watched it live with you. That was a live reaction out of me. I think they tried to get it out of me. You ain't going to get anything out of me because we're totally different than what you described. We are not what you think we are. We're not worshiping anything. We're not here delusional. It's a very sound investment. It makes sense, and there's so much movement to it. And if we're all stupid and Ryan's just a spoiled little brat, well, then go talk shit about Larry Chang. Show me where the Richard Newton hit pieces are. Show me where everything is. Cosmic doesn't even exist. Tetron's not even a person. And you're talking about GameStop. You're talking about Bed Bath & Beyond investors that don't exist because there's no such thing. And you're talking about GameStop. So what was this? Just 30 minutes of trying to take a shot at somebody? One guy? That's it? That's all you've got? And I'm still the champ. GameStop. Can't stop, won't stop, GameStop. I'll see you around, millionaires. Peace.